Welcome everybody back to another episode of Brunch with the Fellas, bringing you the latest trending topic news. I'm Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV, always with me, Primo Grande, aka Cold Seasons. How you feeling, cuz?
Feeling pretty good, man. Another one down, waiting for another one to go. You know how it go.
Another one down, waiting for another one. Bites the dust.
Yes, sir.
Another one and another
Mm.
one. Yeah, so
Down. You're supposed to say down. And
damn.
another one down. You know that.
Look, you know about it. You was there when it dropped, when it first hit the scene. Oh, head. But check it out. Before we get into tonight's show, y'all make sure to like and share this video. Also, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so when we go live, you never miss an episode of Brunch with the Fellas, y'all. We got a lot of different wild stuff going on in the trending news, y'all. We had war. We got Jessie Jackson passed away. Man, we got the Marathon Burger shop opening up. We got P. Diddy. We got Go-Go. We got a lot going on. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into these topics for the night, y'all. So let's get into it. We got P. Diddy Combs prison release update. We got DC celebrates 50 years of go-go music. Marathon Burger opening in day in Long Beach, California. We got the Iranian foreign minister speaks on war with the U.S. And then we got the life and legacy of rest in power Reverend Jessie L. Jackson Sr. I ain't even put the SR on it, but we still gonna put some respect on it. Because guess what, y'all? If you're African American and you call yourself an African American and you're proud to be an African American, here's a little bit of fun fact. Jesse Jack is the one who wrote that. So if you got that, then you get it. So
Say
we
it
gonna
loud.
I'm black and I'm proud, right? So during that time though, we was called colored or Negroes. So we look at these times, we're gonna get into it when we talk about the late great. But when we look at these times, black people in Black Americans have always had some type of label, name, check the box name that we've been seeing at certain times. Because before it was colored or Negro. Then we see the African American check the box. So these things are being made up. They're not just, we take it as normal though. We get comfortable with it. We have gotten comfortable with it as a people. But at the same time, it's just like, where did the origins of these things start? Who's labeling me? And
Could
that
you
I'm
imagine still
accepting
being
it.
called colored? You know,
I mean,
going into a place and you got a colored section. It's
I don't know. I'm because I'm still being called nigga, maybe not to my face,
mm, yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know because I'm that's where
Are,
I'm just like, I don't know
are
because
we are we leading with Jesse? We leading with Jesse, or we gonna take
no,
it
we're
back?
not going now. We're gonna
All
leave. We're gonna leave with
right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Take that,
Okay.
take that, take that.
Pause. Take that, take that, take that, man. Who would have known when that shit started, and nigga was saying, take that, take that, take that. It just take on this whole meaning where you just like, oh, that's what did he just telling you to take that? Like,
Just
you
telling you to
take that,
take
nah.
that.
Nah, man. Diddy a wild boy, man.
Yeah, but they say that he's coming home, so we know that he didn't get hit with the L.
Yeah.
So he's definitely we gonna find out about
John
it.
Diddy Combs will be released from prison a little bit sooner than expected. The rapper is serving a 50-month sentence for charges related to prostitution. His release date is now set for April 25th, 2028, so just over 2 years from now. And this change takes off 2 months of his sentencing. Diddy is being held at a low-security prison in New Jersey.
Yeah, so
they done took him off the island, and he had a low security prison
in Jersey, close to where his family could see him. You know,
they was gonna see him. I mean, he could have been anywhere if they had the means to get to him. They gonna do it with Diddy. I mean, come on now.
I mean, but but the New York rap cat baller life and mostly hustler life too. Like, is New Yorkers want to get a crib in Jersey. Like that's the,
That's
and
the
then
birds. That's the bird.
yeah,
That's their
like
birds.
that's it.
Okay.
So understanding that, learning that from our family from New York who schooled me to the game. If you don't own property in, if you're not on I'm trying to own property in the boroughs, right? Because we got that in the family too, understanding of that concept. But a lot of people choose to try to go out Jersey. So his family, he probably got a house out there or something. Who knows? We're not keeping up with where Puff lives.
But we know where he's living at right now. I mean,
yeah, like that's the news.
we got his address and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and he'll be coming home from that. So, but
So what do you think? Like when he come home, do you think he's gonna come home and just get to the business, or do you think he's just gonna be crazy on some crazy shit, just trying to get back at people that everybody like turn their back on him and stuff? Because I don't think he was so cooked and coming home to the point where he ain't gonna make moves. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's definitely gonna come back. I don't think nobody gonna sign with him right away. I mean, because they, it's a whole lot around there. You got to have a whole PR damage team if you sign with him. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh no, that's a lot in that question you just asked. But when he come home, I think he just gonna, he gonna kick back. Because I don't think he's locked up for the stuff that we saw. No. He's locked up for the stuff he got away with. That's what I think that, like this is a karmatic thing for this black man, having that much access and not really being thankful for his blessings.
Yeah, but like the video with Cassie in the hotel and everything. I mean, that is enough to get you locked up for 2 years and as a regular person. You know what I'm saying? So, if you
put on, she stayed. I'm not saying
she stayed.
I don't condone.
She stayed.
I don't
she
condone.
Got paid. Right, and she got paid before that.
And she got 30 mil. So it's hard for me to be like, did he do something bad? Like I know as a man, we don't put our hands on women. So, I mean, but some men don't go by that. Some men will whoop that ass too.
In your case is the double dipping, her double dipping on stuff. Like she already got paid, she stayed, she got the money, then she came back and sued him for even more money.
I'm saying though, so like really, I can't marry her being a victim so much. Like I get it. She probably was being a victim at a certain point, but then like once you cross a certain line, like once you okay with it,
it's like
the little it's like the little Rod dude, who said he went to sleep and then woke up and his bottom hurt, and then you know what I'm saying, and then he still kept going back and still kept waking up to his. It's like, come on, fam.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what are you doing? Are you really a victim, or are
they were doing what it took to be a part of the crew until it became profitable,
are you looking for your reward? You know what I'm saying?
That's
for your game, and this is what you're willing to do to get it, and now that you didn't get your reward, your gain, now you a victim.
So, well, he should definitely stay away from, he should definitely stay off from the freak offs and stuff like that, and just, get him don't get a girlfriend, man, a wife or something. You know what I'm saying? And just don't be having them crazy parties and the baby oils and all that shit.
You said Puff should get a girlfriend, a wife.
Something
That's smooth.
he needs to try that. He
But
needs to try that. You
after
know.
what he's really into, he should get a spouse. I think that'd be fair to say he should just find happiness in
I
who
would
he
say he should just move to an island and do what he
you
wants,
know,
but we know how that shit
that's what
play
I'm
out.
giving. I mean, I don't really hate to be judgmental because you gotta, exercise good judgment and it comes from your mental mindset. So, I already be dealing with enough shit in my head. But I think he should find a spouse, or a partner,
Yeah, you know that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
someone that he can share his life with. I do get where you're going with that, with finding some monogamy, some simplicity, some
But also he can if he wants to, he don't just have to have one spouse. He can do the poly thing, but he got to make sure those are his 2 or 3 solids that live with him. You know what
man,
I'm
that's
saying?
what got him into that whole shit.
Nah,
He ain't
nah,
know
nah,
how
nah.
to do the
No,
poly
no,
thing.
no. So what he was doing,
he
what
ain't
he
know
was
how to
doing,
do it.
well, he wasn't poly. He was swinging. Yeah, there's a difference between a poly and a swinger.
I
You know what
don't
I'm
know. I
saying?
don't know. I don't know if he was poly or he was swinging, but I do know this, right? He went to jail. He went to
Definitely
prison,
went to jail.
right?
Yeah.
He went to federal prison, all right, for his fetish. He didn't do none of the sex trafficking stuff. It wasn't none of the underage stuff that was talking about. He blowing up cars and all that. So what I'm saying is like if it was
Kid
any
Cudi.
truth to any of that stuff, like we ain't putting putting none of that on that man because that ain't what he got convicted of. If it was any truth to any of that stuff, that's what he in prison for, karmatically, because you got away with that stuff. If it's truth, if it's any truth.
Well,
What he did with Cassie, the way his charges and all that, and the way they're making it right now, that's what the charges are that got him in there. But for the most part, it's just like, come on, family.
well, I mean, I will say I
You
didn't get
know,
a chance. Well, I chose not to. I mean, I just wasn't. I didn't watch the documentary, so I really don't know what all was documented 100% other than
which
anything that
one?
like.
50 documentary?
Yeah, I didn't watch
You
it.
ain't need to watch that. You could have just
Yeah,
watched the case.
yeah.
We just followed the
I didn't.
case.
I didn't
That's
watch
it.
it. I got updates. Came across my timeline stuff like that. But I honestly never did watch the documentary. So
Yeah,
did he be
nah,
home soon?
yeah, you're not missing nothing with the documentary. I don't think anybody's missing anything with the documentary, but it's not. But I'm not saying that you shouldn't go watch it.
I mean, it'd be like totally in
Yeah,
my
like
free time. Like,
we ain't hating on nothing. I'm like, everything that was in it was already said. The only thing that wasn't in that documentary was like this homeboy, the Tim Dog with that commentary. Like that was a whole new, fresh, But other than that, everything else was like recycled tapes of
yeah,
things we already heard. It was kind of like 50's response to T.I. Like you just recycle things that already been said.
and make money off of it again.
Yeah, but you still
That's
ain't
all.
rap though. I don't care.
Look, you're
You
not.
still ain't rap though.
I think we had this
I want to
discussion.
see
Don't
bars,
even
man.
start. Don't even
I
start.
wanted the bulletproof,
Mm.
GTA 50 with the
Nah, man.
bulletproof and the cross chain on, and
Cross chain and the
yeah,
Adidas.
with the
Yeah.
with the
I
do
mean
rag and the fitted.
the G units on.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not. I mean, you're gonna see the TV 50,
with
man.
the
And
G
thing.
Unit Reeboks. Like put that back online, man. We wanted to see that. Yeah, cause just for the record, before we move to the next topic, T.I. smoked them, hip hop smoked them. It's up there with I got juice it up too.
but you
It's up there with that Tupac this with that first off with that and the click you claim. It's up there with that one. What else? Who else? It's up there with No Vaseline. Yeah,
yeah, but okay, so but
yeah. It's up
the
there with
thing
No
is
Vaseline, and
his
yeah,
response supposed to be the same thing he did to Diddy. So it's
yeah.
that's the same playbook. He running the same playbook again.
It's super classic.
Yeah, man.
And 50 ain't rap back. None of them.
Would you say you say it's
Nobody
big?
rap.
Would you say the response back is big as hit 'em up?
Biggest hit 'em up. Biggest no Vaseline. Biggest hit 'em up. We talking about legendary classics. Those are cult hip hop records.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably go down like that, especially with our age group. You know what I'm saying? They really know about 50, really know about T.I. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think they know, but the young people don't know. 50
nah,
had
man,
they had the biggest record, the biggest album release ever in world in hip hop history.
We want to hear a little bit of rap beef go back and forth. The young folks, they crashing all the way out. You know.
Yeah, that's all. We don't want it to get
we don't want them to crash out, like
we just want the tongue right. We want the lingo, man. Kick that right. Shit. That's all we want them to do. We love it. We came from it. The bridge is over. The Shan. Come on.
The bridge is over. Oh my goodness.
Come on. All of that.
Hey, that's another. Yo, I think we had that topic. Did we the rap beefs or something? Did we have rap beefs or just the lines? No, we just had the top lines. I don't think we had the best beef lines.
Yeah, we had what did we do? We did episode 30 something, y'all, 20 something, y'all. We did top 10 hip hop greatest lines of all time.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So y'all go back and watch that one. If you get a chance.
It's definitely in there. So let's go ahead, check out this next story. We going to the nation's capital, y'all, to engulf ourselves in some Washingtonian history while they celebrate 50 years of go-go music. And we just gonna go ahead and let that crank.
50 years, Washington, D.C.'s Black community has moved to the beat of its own drum, proudly embracing and preserving the unique sound and culture of go-go music, born in the nation's capital.
That's called a pocket right there, just in case y'all watching. That's
Go-go is truly
about
Put
it in the pocket
of DC, the beat, the heartbeat of DC, Chocolate City. It's like no other city. Go-go saved a lot of lives, took care of a lot of households.
The music is all alive, so we are talking to the audience. The audience talks back to us, and everybody just vibes together.
The percussion-heavy genre blends funk, R&B, hip-hop, and Afro-Latin rhythms.
In the 1970s, there are a lot of these Black diasporic music forms that are sort of emerging out of the civil rights movement, out of the freedom, independence movements in the Caribbean. They were really expressing the hope and the possibilities of Black freedom.
It's something tribal about it, the way it makes you feel. It's electric. That's what I love most.
The man credited with starting it all, known as the godfather of go-go, is Chuck Brown.
Rest in peace to Chuck Brown. Y'all don't know Chuck Brown passed, I want to say, in 2025.
Joey.
It might have been 2025, man.
It was 2012. May 16th, 2012.
2012?
Yeah, Chuck Brown.
What I said, 25? Okay.
He was born August 2nd, 1963 in Gaston.
In 25? Something just happened.
1936.
In 2012. Okay, so yeah. Rest in peace to Chuck Brown.
I didn't know he was born in North Carolina in Gaston.
Yeah, man.
That's right outside of Warrenton.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's your cousin.
Chuck.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cousin Chuck. So, rest in peace to Chuck Brown, man. And that is the godfather of go-go in the nation's capital. If y'all don't know, though, smash that like button. Let's get back into it.
Chuck Brown dropped that pocket, that beat, the percussion with the drums. boom, boom, it's like no other beat in the world.
He was competing with disco, and so he created go-go because it just kept people on the dance floor. The beat just goes and goes and goes and hasn't stopped going ever since.
I feel like busting loose. Give me the bridge off, give me the bridge now.
In 1979, his song Bustin' Loose peaked at #1 on Billboard's R&B chart and is sampled in Nelly's classic song, Hot in Here.
'Cause I feel like busting loose and I feel like touching you.
It's a lot of music that you like that you might not know was influenced by go-go or that actually has elements of it.
After Chuck, the first wave of go-go sound was shaped by bands like Rare Essence, Trouble Funk, and Sugar Bear, and Experience Unlimited. EU's song.
What movie they put that in, cuz? What movie they?
School Days.
School Days.
Spike Lee joint.
Spike Lee. Shout out to Spike Lee.
Was created for Spike Lee's film School Days.
Go-Go Museum, may I help you?
Here at the Go-Go Museum in DC's historic Anacostia district, Ronald Moten and his staff are committed to preserving and sharing DC's music and culture with the world.
Hit this twice. Go boo, 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 boo.
Guitarist Andre Johnson is a founding member of one of the longest running bands, Rare Essence.
We started when we were in elementary school, and we've just been able to entertain generations of people. We play 5 nights a week. They're there all 5 nights for years. I love it. I absolutely love go-go. I just do.
Actor and musician Anwan Glover says people like Andre and Chuck mentored him,
They always gave me that chance.
and now he hopes to do the same for others.
I always go back to what Chuck Brown told me. Son, don't let our music die. Keep pushing the music and letting the youth know this is something that we have. This is our music, and we just got to keep it alive and keep going.
Shout out to Big G, man. We just got to keep it alive and keep going.
That's right. That's right.
We just got to keep it alive and keep going.
And that celebration, that 50-year celebration is going on. It's not just a one-day thing. They celebrating 50 all year long with go-go. And you see they mentioned the Go-Go Museum. And they had some funding issues, and they had to turn around, and they lost some of it last year at the end of the year. So they are they're looking for donations and whatnot. So if you go to Go-Go Museum and Cafe.com, they got a tab on the page that you can click and you can donate to them. If
send me that link so we can put that in the description.
Absolutely.
Sure enough, y'all. What's that link though? Tell them that link so they can go and support the Go-Go Museum.
That is
Black culture, Black history.
Go-Go Museum and Cafe.com.
Go-Go Museum and Cafe.com. A sound that rose from the civil rights movement. A sound, go-go. The sound that rose from the civil rights movement. Man, I ain't never even heard it put like that. You know?
Right.
I ain't even know historically. You just get thrown in it. You crank to the beat.
Give me 1 second, cuz I got to work out a technical difficulty.
No doubt. Take your time. Yep, this is what we're gonna do, y'all. While we wait on Cuz to come on back, make sure to post your DBCHEFTV merch to win $1,000 cash, y'all. I mean, the time is counting down right now. It's only 4 days left. Maybe you can overnight it. Maybe you can overnight your merch and you can get it in. You know, I don't think so. But here's what you should know. We're gonna do this again. This isn't the last time. So if you didn't get in this time, then don't worry, because next month we're gonna do the same thing. All right. But go ahead and check out the website, check out our merch, and see what you like. And prepare yourself for next time. Don't miss out if you missed out this time. Don't miss out next time. All right.
That thing in March 5th, you said you're gonna run another one?
At the end of we're gonna run it back. You know, we're gonna run it back. We're gonna run it back each and every month. Each and every week. I think we'll do a quarterly type thing. We'll do running 3 months, you know. And that's how we'll do it. You know, share the win. We just trying to share the wealth. You know, if you make a purchase, you get it back in tenfold. Ain't that what, you know, how spiritually it's supposed to be? You do something kind and you receive back tenfold, right? So
tenfold.
So we don't know if it's.
Oh, go ahead.
Say that,
No, I was about to say, talking about the go-go, who would you say, you know, coming up, we grew up together on the go-go scene. So who would you say was your favorite go-go band coming up?
Favorite go-go band coming up.
Favorite go-go band coming up.
Okay.
Or either song.
Favorite go-go band or song. Okay. That's too much at one time.
I got one.
We got band. We got band.
Band.
Junkyard Band.
Junkyard. I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah, JYB.
Yeah, I think it's the same too. Right there with Essence. Who did the word? Talk about WORD.
JYB.
Yeah.
So, but RE is Red Essence is, you know, like next to Chuck. You know, when you talk about bands that have had it and innovated the culture, and then JYB, but Backyard Band too, you know, and then you had other bands like the Huckabucks, TCB.
Man.
You know, and then we ain't even talking about like the first bands like, you know, Hot Cold Sweat and Pump Blenders and who else? I mean, Essence was around with all them too though, but like
yeah, they was.
You
but
had
they
the girl bands
after them.
You know,
EU, Bella.
You had EU. You had Pleasure. Did I say them? They had. I mean, you had so many bands, man. It was just like it was.
Yeah, but Junkyard, man.
It's a culture. It's a culture for real, and you gotta actually grow up in it. It's like what Screw is to Houston.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but go-go, man, go-go is a celebration, man. You know, it's like you said, what that is the Houston and what's the bands in Louisiana that playing?
Like the second line to to New Orleans.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
to
that.
New Orleans, it's like the second line to it's like what Screw is to Houston. Second line to New Orleans.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta give it up one time for go-go, you know.
Yeah, man. Shout out to DC and go-go music. 50 years. That's crazy.
50 years. Y'all make sure if you in DC, hit the cafe up. They need to keep running. They funded themselves. They actually the ones who sponsored that 50 years of go-go thing back in I don't know, about 12 days ago or something like that. So but they do need some help, their funding and whatnot, so they can keep them doors open.
For sure. We're gonna put that link in the description. And now, y'all, we're gonna head out to LA, to LBC, to Long Beach, California. All right, we don't want y'all confused with the other LBC that we be hearing Uncle Snoop throw up. But it's Long Beach, California. We're gonna head out to Marathon Burger And check out that opening day. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, man. He doing some things, and they still trying to. His brother is still here, doing some good stuff. But we gonna check out.
And I think that's one location. That's another location that opened. It ain't even it's not the first one. The first one I think it went off with no problem.
Yeah, the original, the first store. Yeah, they are expanding the franchise.
Now at 11, breaking news. Gunfire breaks out near the grand opening of a new burger joint in the heart of downtown Long Beach. I'm Jory Rand.
I'm Liz Nagy. The deadly shooting just steps away from the newest Marathon Burger location, the chain founded by Nipsey Hussle. The family of the late rapper is speaking out tonight. One person was killed with no word of any arrests right now. A PR person for Marathon tells us the incident was not related to today's grand opening.
They called the opening a huge success, saying the restaurant continued to take orders as investigators worked behind crime scene tape just outside the front door.
They said they're gonna
Eyewitness
get that
News
money.
reporter Abigail Velez has more from Long Beach.
Liz, Jory, this street has been blocked off for a huge portion of the day after a deadly shooting here in the heart of downtown Long Beach. And on a Sunday night, on what was supposed to be a joyous occasion, this was the last thing anyone here wanted to see.
Somebody said, well, they're fighting outside, but it looked like it was, a real, whatever was going on, it was really serious.
It was panic on Pine Avenue on Sunday as the sound of gunfire sent people running during what was meant to be a celebration.
Oh, it's shooting, no?
Hundreds had packed this stretch of downtown Long Beach Sunday afternoon for the grand opening of Marathon Burger, the fast food chain founded by the late rapper Nipsey Hussle and his brother Black Sam. But just after 3:30 p.m., police say they received reports of gunfire.
And they ran in one direction and then ran in another direction. And then somebody said that they heard gunshots.
The shooting happened about a half block south of the event on Broadway near Pine, just outside the perimeter that had been blocked off for the celebration. Nipsey Hussle's relatives speaking with Eyewitness News.
It was disappointing because I know that Nip, Sam, Black Sam wanted this to be a happy occasion. So it's unfortunate that something happened that would bring more attention to the negative elements as opposed to positive elements.
3 men were shot and taken to a local hospital where one victim later died. The other 2 remain in stable condition.
That's devastating. You know what I'm saying? Very devastating, especially, being that, this is the grand opening. We're here to honor Nipsey Hussle, the late great, you know what I'm saying? And that's not what he would have wanted.
Long Beach police say this is still under investigation with no suspects in custody. Investigators have not said whether the shooting was connected to the grand opening event, but Marathon Burger telling Eyewitness News the incident nearby was not connected to the massive event. The violence comes just one day after hundreds gathered in South LA as the city officially named the intersection of Slauson and Crenshaw Nipsey Hussle Square, honoring the rapper's life and legacy.
Yes, sir. What you got on that, Cole?
They said that there was some agitator from it was 2 different gang sets that was up in there, and one of them that came, the guy that came, he came by himself and he was flexing and all this other stuff. And the rival gang members that pretty much went up to Nipsey brother or the promoter or whoever and told him that, hey, we don't want to bring this kind of trouble to your spot. You need to get these guys out of here. And they went to go escort the guys out, and as soon as they got over to the street and whatnot, they the gang that was pretty much being cool there, they pretty much went in on them. And actually, the agitator, some of his boys showed up. They pulled out guns, and the original guy that was doing the agitating was the one who ended up getting killed. So, you can't go out acting a fool, trying to mess up people's stuff, and me personally, all that gang shit, you know what I'm saying, and just being out there flexing like that, for a lot of times for a set that you don't even own a home in, you know what I mean?
Talk about it.
It's just reckless behavior, I think people need to practice more self-preservation, you know what I'm saying? And then not only that, innocent people could have got killed, it's already like people don't even want to go outside too much. For one, it's too damn expensive. And then for two, it's getting it get dangerous in certain spots. So, that's what we got. But all I like to say at the end of that situation is congratulations to their family for still continuing to build a legacy.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Shout out to them, and we gonna show some because, like you said, that was an isolated incident, and those details that you gave where it did begin on the premises. And then shout out to it's a YouTuber by the name of Poetic Flacco. Shout out to Big Flacco. He said the same thing that you reiterated, was that it started there, but then Black Sam had even escorted them people off the premises,
Mhm.
and it was a whole lot of interaction or whatever. But it was like, he didn't know that shit was gonna pop off.
Right.
But yeah, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. And man, it's crazy. It puts you in a mindset of like, should you do stuff for the hood?
Well,
should
and
you like you gotta go through, like, why do they gotta go through that? Because it's for the hood. If it was because it's real, like it's so real in America, where it's like, if that was a new Chick-fil-A, would they have had somebody there? Would they have even had the type of people there that would come with that type of energy?
nah, man, they would have had the big cow mascot out there, and would have been all giving out nuggets, and it wouldn't have been that type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I think the question you asked, if honestly, if a Chick-fil-A opened up in that same neighborhood, same block a week earlier, probably none of the same crowd would have showed up. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy to me. It's just like, damn, like we gotta go through just the price of
Right, but those, to me, those
of trying to elevate yourself and give back, and
right,
and
agitators
still,
showing up. People be jealous and envious. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think you should bring that type of chaos to public places, public spaces. Bullets flying. That could have been somebody's kid that got hit out there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, homie. I mean, I ain't getting into no gang politics because I'm not a gang banker. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm just saying though, like, if everybody was there in the name of Nip, you never know if the energy that would have been brought different might not have cost homie his life. Because he could have came there and been like, you know what, everybody, man, let's get some paper together. Like,
Right.
we've been destroying each other, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna come here for a piece of beef and some potatoes,
Could have took steps to solve
for
problems.
a burger and fries. We coming here for a burger and fries, and we could put all that shit to the side for a burger and fries, and we can't see past the shake, the strawberry shake. We see past the strawberry shake.
But it's a shame when you go start some shit.
Wow.
It's a shame when you go start some shit and you end up down.
Well, nah, I mean,
Man
you
down.
don't know.
You're gonna
Remember
go.
what the saying is: you don't know tomorrow isn't promised.
Isn't promised, right? I mean,
So
yeah.
do something today, so you can be thankful for what you did yesterday.
Because if dude would have just chilled, he would have left full. He would have had food in his stomach. Probably would have met some people, and could be watching the podcast today. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being talked about. It's crazy.
It's crazy though. But shout out to Black Sam and them continuing the marathon and getting that
That's right.
getting that paper, man, getting that beef, that wagyu.
Oh, not the wagyu. That good beef.
That good beef.
Pause.
We gonna take it on to Iran, y'all. I mean, right now, y'all know we in a conflict. It hasn't been a war. I know Cold Seasons will point that out to us. It isn't really a war because it wasn't voted on the way the Constitution say war is supposed to be voted on.
Nah,
But,
it's a war. It's a war.
When you're bombing on things, I don't know. We gonna call it what we call it. And
war.
and Iran's foreign minister speaks on that particular war with us, the United States. So we're gonna take a look at that real quick, y'all.
Well, I thought we was about to bring the prime minister up. Oh, we gonna talk to? Well, I ain't sure. Moving on up.
Yeah, we're gonna bring the prime minister up.
Breaking news right now, our exclusive interview with Iran's foreign minister who joined us from Tehran, which just wrapped up moments ago. The foreign minister answering questions about why Iran is attacking its neighbors in the Middle East and whether they're willing to negotiate with the U.S. But I started by asking him who exactly is in charge of Iran right now after its supreme leader was killed over the weekend. Minister Arachi, we thank you for your time. Who is in charge of Iran right now?
Well, thank you, Tom, for having me in your program. Well, I think the system is working very well. We have lost a supreme leader, but according to our constitution, there is now a council which takes charge of his duties, and then the president, the cabinet, ministers, everybody is in its position. So the system is working very well, and everybody, is in charge.
Everybody in charge.
What you think about that response? Now, y'all gotta remember, y'all, we just taking certain questions from this particular. We just taking certain questions. Peace, family. We just taking certain questions from this interview. The link is in the description so y'all can watch the whole interview. But what you think though? Because he did end that with everyone is in charge, right? So do we credit that to just his English barrier?
I think he probably meant everyone is supposed to be in a place, stay in their place and they're in charge, but I really don't know.
But it sounds crazy.
Right. It do sound crazy listening from our end. Somebody is definitely in charge because they are definitely bombing all the countries around them with them drones. So somebody's in charge.
Somebody in charge.
I know the Ayatollah son is supposed to step up next, and but pretty much Trump Pete Hegseth said, you ain't gonna make it that long. We're gonna take you out too. So,
right.
That's pretty much what they said they're gonna do. But they are bombing stuff over there. They done had quite a few oil fields just shut down and stop production completely. They bomb in Dubai. They had a crazy bombing in Iraq today. They bomb Iraq. So I mean, it's just a lot going on over there. You know what I'm saying? The tinderbox has got a spark, and I just hope that they can get that shit under control before it get too out of control.
Let's get to the video before it gets out of control.
The world saw your battleship sunk in the Indian Ocean. Dozens of Iranian sailors died. Your response was, quote, "Mark my words, the U.S. will come to bitterly regret the precedent it has set." So what is Iran going to do? And at this point, given the state of your military right now, what can you do?
Well, first of all, that was a training training ship, which was invited by the Indian Navy to take part in an exercise. And they went there as their guests, the Indians guests, and they, did participate in that exercise, and they were in their way back home, and the ship was unarmed. So attacking an unarmed ship full of, training officers and sailors is, a war crime, I have to say.
What type of battleship? What minister?
What he's saying is that we attacked a training vessel. So the vessel was not designed to be equipped for battle. It was only equipped for just to go out and do training exercises. So it wouldn't have, it may have live ammunition if it was to go on a live ammunition training exercise, but it wouldn't normally have live ammunition it will have, you know, simulated stuff on it because it's a training ship, which is used to teach mariners, like he said, sailors and officers, because officers go through academy. Like that academy stuff is universal throughout the world. They do a lot of classroom stuff. They don't really be like, that's the reason why the people in the fleet, you know, you work your way up through, you know, from E1, from enlisted. That's why they have the enlisted ranks and the officer ranks. So a lot of enlisted people, as they go up to the senior enlisted stuff, they have that knowledge base and knowing how to navigate and, you know, and operate in the ships and what people are doing, what people are supposed to be doing within the structure of the military service. When they're in a training format, you could have a ship that's just designated to go do training stuff. So they could be doing flooding, they could be doing man overboards, they could be doing shoring, they could be doing comms, they could be doing anything, but they not a threat to anything, because the people on there aren't equipped, who are trained, who are conducting the training teams. All right. And the majority of the staff, the people that's on there, are people who are learning. So that's what he's saying, that USA attack. That's why he was saying that, like, that's really an act of war right there, and was like, you know, something that they should be taking up with Geneva, the Geneva Convention and the UN and all that good stuff.
Right. That's like, you know, a lot of people don't know you're not supposed to shoot. If you're in a war and people are paratroopers are coming in, you're not supposed to shoot them before they hit the ground. But you know, you at war. You hit the ground, you might kill me, bro. You about to get shot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not in there.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. No, I don't think them rules exist no more. I think if your ass is, you know, you'd be lucky if the plane don't get knocked out the sky.
Right, before you can jump, right?
For real.
You know. But we still got the clips going.
Yeah, we still on Iran for a minute.
Excuse me, but what type of military would allow a battleship into the ocean with no weapons on board?
Well, because it was, you know, the goal was not, their aim was not going to war. They went for an exercise, you know, which was arranged by the Indian Navy. There are so many other guests who went there, and they, you know, took part in a parade. And, you know, everything was a peaceful, you know, training course or a peaceful training process. So they didn't need, you know, weapons. They actually went to that mission long before the war started.
The U.S. says it controls the skies, that Iran's ballistic missile attacks have dropped more than 80%. The U.S. has hit over 2,000 Iranian targets. The Pentagon says America is winning decisively. Do you think they're wrong?
Well, I think, you know, now 6 days after the war, it is clear that the U.S. Has failed to achieve its main goal, which was a clean, rapid victory. They failed to achieve that, and now they are trying to justify why they did attack us, and they have, you know, presented so many different reasons, but none of them worked. And now they are talking about, you know, Plan B, and I believe that, you know, their Plan B would be even a bigger failure.
If I can ask you, can Iran win this war, and what does winning look like for Iran?
Well, there is no winner in this war. Our win is to be able to resist against, you know, their illegal, you know, goals, and this is what we have done so far. So they have failed to achieve their goals, and we have been able to resist against them, to stand against the most powerful army of the world, as they claim, together with, you know, Israelis, who are also claim to have the big army. Two of them are nuclear armed, but still the people of Iran, the army, the armed forces of Iran have been able to stand firm against them. They couldn't, you know, stop us firing missiles to Israel and to other destinations. You know, and, you know, we are doing very well. and they have not been able to stop us. So this is our win.
Yeah,
and I don't think they can be a winner at the end of the day.
But Minister,
he said, "What you think about that, family?" He said, "You know, I don't think they could be a winner at the end of the day. You know why? Because we lose too much through the sacrifice."
Yeah, I think he's right and wrong. I mean, because all the bombing and stuff over there and everything, it put pressure on the whole world economy. Because it's like he said, everybody kind of lose, but I think he's totally overestimating his power that he has to really win this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, this can be something that can be long and drawn out for a couple months or a couple years. We just don't know yet. We don't know what it looked like yet. But I don't think nobody really gonna win. I think it's gonna be a lot of lives lost, especially if it's boots on the ground. I think if they keep on bombing at this rate without any kind of backup, they're gonna run out of munitions at some point. They got thousands of those drones. And they can launch them off, but they got to be restocked. It's not an endless supply for nobody. Right now, they're saying that Russia is feeding them intelligence on American sites for American attacks, for them to fire on Americans and whatnot. So it's a lot. It's a whole lot going on. I mean, and even in the start of the war, within the first day, 165 children were killed at a school. That was 100 yards. It was 100 yards away from the Iranian what you call those guys, Revolutionary Guard naval base. And it wasn't all girls. It was mostly girls and like 60 boys and 3 teachers. That died in that. So I mean, the thing about it is when you do something like that, you can win the war and deem it over, but you just created a whole new generation of people that's gonna come after you later on. And if you don't have something in place to counter that, then what you gonna do? And I'm totally against it because it wasn't really sanctioned. It didn't go through Congress. This is not just a exercise. Some people want to just say it's an exercise. This is an exercise. Once you blow up kids and stuff like that, and you lob missiles into a country, and then you turn around and now that country is lobbing missiles at other countries. It's no longer just a little conflict. It's the real deal. So that's the way I see it, and they're gonna have to figure it out. PHEXF saying it's not a. PHEXF said it was a war. Then he said it wasn't a war. Then Trump said it was a war. Then he said it wasn't a war. So everybody going back and forth on if it's a war or not. To me, missiles falling out the sky around the world is a war.
Hell yeah, it's a war. Missiles falling out the sky is a war for real.
And I refuse to say it's not a war because it wasn't approved by Congress. Because it is a war that's not approved by Congress. That's all it is. You can dress it up all you want, but I mean, you can put a dress on a pit bull. It's still gonna be a pit bull that's gonna bite your ass. It's just gonna be a pit bull to bite your ass in the dress.
A pit bull bite your ass in the dress.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but yeah, it's looking crazy, man. Prayers and everything out to the families of those soldiers that we losing, and hopefully it it doesn't last long for the sake of that.
And today, they did say that Trump said there will be no deal with Iran if they do not accept an unconditional surrender. I don't believe that that's going to happen. Unconditional surrender, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Iran is not Venezuela. Iran is not Venezuela. And for the record, there's a lot of people that say if you arguing against the president on this, that means that you are like pro-Iran. I'm not pro-Iran. I believe the Ayatollah and his regime were terrible. They put the people through all kind of hell. I think it's a murderous regime, but it's a way that you go about diplomacy to do these type of things. And at the end of the day, I just feel like it wasn't none of our business to be over there just like that. I think it should have went through Congress to make sure we are in the right position to even handle that type of war. I'm done.
He's done. He's off the soapbox.
Because you know I can go on and on about it. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
know.
I'm not gonna.
But
do
that's
it.
why. That's
I
why
think
we
you.
got
I
it on
think.
there. I knew you
I
was
think
gonna
you
break it
picked. I
down,
think
Joe.
you picked it just to mess with me a little bit. You know. What I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
did. You know, because I,
when
you
I
know.
when I looked at the lineup, I said, "Man, get the fuck out."
You know, we try to, you know, keep an open mind over here with some of these stuff that's going on, and be open to all the different perspectives that people have to offer, because you know it's war, man, and people die. And
Yeah, and I'm not against the United States going to war, but I am against if it don't follow a certain process. You know.
yeah, definitely. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump into our next topic tonight. Last but never least, the life and legacy, rest in power to Reverend Jesse Jackson, Jesse L. Jackson Sr. I mean, really, Jesse Jackson Sr., y'all, is the inventor of the of African American. So we gonna go and pay some respects, and because Jesse never really got his fair shot. I don't know, man. I'm under the impression that he didn't really get a fair shot. I wonder what happened.
I mean, he played his part. You know. He played his part. I wouldn't say that he didn't get a fair shot. I mean, he had from 1941 to 2026. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
He said he had enough time. He was bullshit, cuz.
Man, y'all, this is not what this part of the show is supposed to be about. We're supposed to be honoring Jesse Jackson, the wonderful late great Jesse L. Jackson.
Said Jesse
Yes,
Jackson
sir.
was bullshit, man. You
That came
would
out the
do it
wrong
if
way.
anybody would do it. You would do it.
That came out the wrong way. I love Jesse, man. I'm just saying, he was
I'm
born in
just saying,
1941, man. You know. So.
I'm just saying though, he did have a lot of time, but maybe
You remember when
his
Jesse ran for
politics
president?
wasn't politicking. Maybe his politics wasn't politicking.
He stood on the balcony with Martin Luther King. You know.
Yeah, he did.
You
But
know,
the bullets only hit King.
only hit King, and then he ran for president. You know, you remember when he ran for president?
He did.
Yeah, he ran for president. You know, and he did his thing in the civil rights movement. Remember, he was known at one time for talking and making up words while he talked. He'd just throw something in there, and it sounded like it was a word, and then people be like, Jesse.
It was a lot of comedians using Jesse Jackson as
Right.
Yeah.
No,
During that time, that was a good time in comedy too.
Yeah, Jesse
everybody had a good Jesse Jackson impression.
Awesome man. Greenville, you know, from Greenville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Carolina produced all the top black quality. MJ, I ain't even gonna go down the line. We ain't gonna go down the line, but yeah, you know. But let's go ahead and pay our respects though, while we sitting up here talking trash about, about Jesse Jackson. It's Friday night, y'all. We enjoy
man.
it.
Yo, we love Jesse. Hey, you know they say
real.
sometimes you gotta laugh to keep from crying. You know what I'm saying? And that's all we're doing.
That's all. Y'all smash that like button, share the content, and let's get into this. Rest in power to Jesse Jackson Jr., Jesse L. Jackson Sr., the one and only.
Put your hands together for our Jackson family, and put your hands together for the three presidents, President Bill Clinton, President Joe Biden, and the Southside's own President Barack Obama. I guess we know who the home team is. What a joy it is for us to be here today to celebrate the life of greatness. The first thing I want to do is ask that we would all put our hands together and celebrate the Jackson family. Come on, for giving us Reverend Jackson for almost 60 years. They gave him to us, whether it was winter, spring, summer, or fall. The Jackson family gave us Reverend Jessie Jackson.
And as we celebrate this amazing family, we've all gathered together, both in person and all around the world, to celebrate the country preacher. The one and only Reverend Jessie Louis Jackson, the deal maker for the disenfranchised, the power broker for the people, the shadow senator. He would say, show your love for the Reverend Jessie Louis Jackson. Come on, this is how he would start. I am somebody. I am somebody.
Say it with me. Say it with me. I am
somebody.
I am somebody.
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 Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Toast to that.
Jessie Jackson, man.
Respect me. Protect me. Never neglect me. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Reverend Jackson would say, let me hear you scream.
Yeah.
Let me hear you scream.
Yeah, he sounded like he was a DJ Jessie Jackson.
Yeah, I don't know if Jessie would have said, let me hear you scream. I think he got hyped in the moment just now. Let me hear you scream. He done took it back, but Jessie Jackson.
He ain't capping on him at his funeral, not at his final day. That was his day. That was his intro. That's how he came in.
Let me hear you scream.
Let me hear you scream. Everybody,
all my real live niggas, put your hands up.
Yeah.
Hey, but Jessie Jackson was awesome. He was one of the powers of the civil rights movement. I just now looked it up. His presidential candidacy. He ran for president twice in 1984 and 1988.
Talk about it.
He never did win the presidency. He advocated for diverse groups. They say international diplomacy, and those were the things that Jessie Jackson did. And he did the Rainbow Push Coalition. So he Jessie Jackson did his thing. He was definitely a household name around in all my houses I ever lived in. From a kid to now, Jessie Jackson was known. Did Donald Trump? He wasn't. Was he there? He wasn't at the funeral. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it on TV.
You already heard what they said. It was Democratic presidents in the building, man.
Listen,
Jessie Jackson was a diehard Democrat.
Right. He was. But what? And then one of the things that really rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, we
It
talking about.
rubbed you on. It
Yeah,
rubbed
man.
on you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes, it did.
Like a
Yes, it
Diddy,
did.
like a Diddy party. It rubbed on you like a Diddy party, or not, or not
Not,
that
not,
much.
not, not. It wasn't an attack by the diddler, but it was by the authority vested in me as the president of the United States and the Constitution, the law of America of the United States. This is where he hereby order flags around the country at half mast, half staff, whatever you want to call it, for Charlie Kirk, but not for Jesse Jackson.
But not for Jesse Jackson. Look at you. Look at you.
You know, so that
some black stuff.
yeah, man.
They
You know,
ordered
so
him a half mask
for a
Charlie,
podcaster.
for a guy that did not put in nowhere near the work. That is right here on Brunch with the Fellas. We giving it to y'all raw. We giving it to y'all real. You gotta love it. You gotta share. You gotta like. You gotta subscribe. Come on, y'all. Nobody else at Cold Seasons. Because put that out there. The real.
Yeah.
Half mask for Charlie Kirk, but for Jesse Jackson, no half mask. Is this a fact?
This is a fact.
Did you Google this? Did you check this?
I got it right. I got this statement right here.
But we stand on that.
Listen, this is where I got the statement from. www.whitehouse.gov.
Whitehouse.gov says there will be no half mask for Jesse Jackson black ass.
So what I got from the .gov was the half mask for Charlie Kirk, but there was no half mask for it. There was no order put out for a half mask.
Did you look at the half mask schedules? Did you Google? You might want to Google the half mask schedules, because they might have put one in there for Jesse Jackson. We can't do that because if it did that, but
I did not do it.
Look at the White House half mask schedules. You know, try to Google that specific thing. You know, sometimes you might get caught up in certain things and see if they did one for Jesse Jackson.
And also Donald Trump attended Charlie Kirk's funeral, along with J.D. Vance and Elon Musk, among others. So J.D. Vance didn't even come to, I'm about to say Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson.
J.D. Vance wasn't there. So you just looking for one Republican?
Yeah, just show up.
Why don't you Google this? Why don't you Google what Republicans went to Jesse Jackson's funeral? Then you have some type of...
No. I'm talking about somebody from the
just throw the rocks.
top of the food chain. You know what I'm saying? Top of the food chain.
Just throw the rocks.
So listen. So most presidents,
you ain't hiding your hand though. You ain't hiding your hand.
Yeah, if a president can't make it or don't want to make it, scheduling conflict or something like that, somebody from the chief of staff or the vice president, somebody will come. Somebody will show up in that capacity. You know, I just think that is like crazy. It's like a slap in the face to fly the flag at half mast for Charlie Kirk, but not Jesse Jackson. And then when all this was going down, they try to compare him to Jesse Jackson. The only comparison is that both of them got shot in the neck. That's the only two comparisons that they have with each other. Period.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. But Jesse didn't know. You saying that they compared him to Martin Luther King. They was comparing.
Yeah, they compared him to Martin Luther King. I keep on. I don't know why I keep doing that. All black people don't look the same.
No, I know. Now, somebody said black people look the same. You know.
Yeah, so, and you know what? I was totally wrong. I just now said,
I did hear those comparisons, and I was disappointed. And I was just like, Martin Luther King, are you serious? And I think, and you know what? I'm gonna keep it up. We always keep it solid because you can check the records. I think it was Patrick Bet David, the PBT, Patrick Bet PBD podcast. Shout out to them. But that was where I heard that narrative at when they was just like Charlie Kirk was similar to Martin Luther King. And I was like, you got to be fucking crazy.
Nah, that's not even.
And that was specifically because Charlie Kirk never had legislation passed based on his, his initiatives. So
Yeah,
that's why I was just like,
and I mean, but then not only this, I mean, let's say Martin Luther King. So I'm gonna get off Jesse Jackson for a second, but let's say Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King got out and spoke to the people, you know, about rights and the movement for civil rights and all that stuff like that. Charlie Kirk went and argued with his grown ass with young college students because he knew that he could beat them. He didn't argue with adults. He went to college universities and sat there and talked fast. Talk real fast, you know, and twist the argument up. By the time you get finished listening to him, you be confused. Like, wait a minute, then you don't even want to talk to him. So I'm not buying that Charlie Kirk was anything like Martin Luther King at all. I don't want to hear that shit.
nah, I didn't. I wasn't cool. I even commented on it. I was just like, nah, it's no way. And that was the only point I made. Like, whatever people think in their minds is cool. People have their own assumptions and get to their own conclusions and everything, and that's fine. But when we look at the facts and we look at work done, we look at things accomplished and how significant they were, impactful. It's no way that you can mention that, man. I even heard somebody say Gandhi. I was just like, maybe.
Yeah, I heard it.
I was like, maybe, but not Martin Luther King, though. I'm like, I don't know one thing Charlie Kirk that was talking about that actually got legislation passed, and that was where my thing was. My thing was only what gets changed within the system that we're actually in. I ain't talking about like the social effect of your narrative, because everybody fought, it's plenty of, come on, Democrat, Republicans, and come on, U.S. government, y'all know how y'all playing the game,
Right.
So it's like, whatever. But yeah, rest in peace to Jesse Jackson, Senior, Jesse L. Jackson Senior.
That's right.
Love and condolences to the family, and we definitely appreciate the things that you did do, that you were able to do, brother. And have a family, him and his wife, him and his children. Promoted his children being educated and and moving into political fields and doing things and being professional people and business owners and and entrepreneurship and all of those things that we can get from watching what he exemplified, and not even being caught up in what he said all the time. So I think actions always speak louder than words, and and we always going to interpret value how we interpret it at the level that we are able to understand value. So shout out to the Jesse Jackson the Jackson family. Love and condolences to y'all. And
hey, Jesse had 6 kids, man.
And we always gonna keep hope alive, for real. Even though I know I'll be a little hopeless, but yeah, we gonna keep it hope alive as much as we can.
All right. Rest in peace, Jesse.
For sure. So we had, y'all, tonight we have Sean Diddy Combs prison release day. Little update. So he still got about 24 more months to do. And then we had DC celebrates 50 years of go-go music. Shout out to all the Washingtonians cranking and jamming and doing what they do. Little boogaloo to the go-go groove.
That's right.
And then we salute the Marathon Burger. They had a opening day that had some challenges just because of, they still in an authentic place, you know, and we rock with it, man. If we ever out in LA, we definitely going to Marathon Burger.
Definitely.
You know, if they expand and get them on the East Coast, then hey, we'll be there too. So, you know, we are looking forward to that day as well, and less ignorance on opening day. You know.
Yeah, we gotta coin that phrase right there. We gotta coin that phrase. Let's give it up one time for ignorance.
You know, less ignorance on opening days. You know. For real. Rest in peace, Nip, man. Neighborhood Nip. We had Iran's foreign minister speaks with the war on the U.S., y'all. We did not play that whole video because it was pretty long, and with respect due to the actual creators of it. You know, the link will be in the description. Y'all can go over there and check out that full video so you can hear what they saying coming from the actual person's mouth who's being bombed. You know, it's different when you get stories from different outlets, but when you hear a person who's saying like, nah, you know, and they ain't kill me yet, you know, like I ain't
Hey, but you can get killed at the pump pumping that gas. You gotta understand that the pain come in many different forms.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we don't know if his days are numbered. We not in those rooms to know that, but we know that he was able to get on a news channel and give an update.
Yeah.
So that's all we was doing was reporting and reacting on the update. So if y'all want to see that whole update of this ongoing war with Iran, then, you know, the link gonna be in the description. And then also, you know, we chopped it up. We was talking about what we was talking about with it. And then fifth and final, last but never least, y'all, the life and legacy, rest in power to Reverend Jessie L. Jackson Sr. You know, love and condolences always to the family, a civil rights icon, and you know, all around brother for the culture, even the creator of the words, what most Black people in America identify themselves today as African Americans. You know,
That's right.
So definitely, if y'all haven't sent a little love, little prayers up for the Jackson family, y'all should go ahead and do that. And yeah, that's all we got for y'all. You know, we want to make sure that that everybody have a peaceful, positive, and productive rest of your week, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We will see y'all next time, next Friday, right here on Brunch with the Fellas, 9 p.m. East Coast time, with myself, Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV.
And I'm your boy Cold Seasons. And this is Brunch with the Fellas.
Until next time, peace, guys.
Peace.
This whole publication is all about going from nowhere to somewhere, right? Being able to stand on something so that you can travel in peace, right? So bksoulfarm.com, 1016 160 self-sustainability. Jump on the list and get yourself together, right? Because it is irresponsible to not even know what responsibility means. So get yourself together, food, clothing, and shelter, protection of that, support your interests, and live.
Post your DB Chef TV merch to your social media and enter to win $1,000 cash. That's right, $1,000 cash. Must be 18 years old or with parental consent. See contest rules for full details. Visit the DB Chef TV gift shop and post your merch to win. Love ain't always easy, and we won't stop until we get it right. So bring that ass to the Love Speak podcast. Subscribe today and let your love speak at TLS Podcast. The Love Speak, now streaming on YouTube. If it's Friday night and you don't have a date, then Brunch with the Fellas is your spot, so don't be late. We go up at 9 p.m. with the trending topic news. Smash the like, comment, subscribe, and share the content. Don't be rude at Brunch Fellas, now streaming on YouTube. Exchange insights Sundays at 8 p.m. East Coast time with the Cigar Panel, smoking on words like two big nerds. Hosted by DBCHEFTV and BK Soul Farm at Cigar Sundays on YouTube. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so when they go live, you never miss an episode of Cigar Sundays Live. You are the key to your financial freedom. So unlock your inner wealth with financial fundamentals at Bows on the Table. Subscribe today and never miss a meal at Bows Podcast. Bows on the Table, now streaming on YouTube. At the Veteran Kettle Podcast, we thank you for your service, support, and sacrifice to our country. Listen to real stories of adversity and triumph as we give our best to honor our vets. Subscribe today and watch episodes now streaming on YouTube at TVK Podcast, The Veteran Kettle. Sign up for the newsletter and shop merch and clothing at DBCHEFTV.com.